Hi guys, this is Nikki. It's already August 14, 2020, and you're watching the Awesome 10X Live show. Today is actually already a Friday. Can you believe it? Are you excited for the weekend? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's discuss the Philippine market. So today the index is still above 6,000. Your index is down slightly, 51 points, 6,046. Let's take a look at what are the top gainers for the day. So let's take a look at the index. Um, so there is still a dilemma by most people. What exactly was happening with Ayala REIT? So Ayala REIT is the very first real estate investment trust in the Philippines, and it has fallen from its IPO price of 27 now down to 24.1. Now, should we actually buy Ayala REIT? That is a refrain, a question that many people have been asking me. There are two reasons why I believe that Ayala REIT is falling. First, there is a reason that some people are arguing that they cannot press their buy orders or their sell orders. Apparently, because the real estate investment trust is too new, a lot of online brokerage firms are not yet able to process these orders. And the other reason I believe is that in general, the property segment is not really the best sector to be in. If you can understand, there is going to be an IPO of Airbnb in the USA. Uh, if you are aware, I am very much a huge fan of Brian Chesky, and I am a huge fan of Airbnb, the company. People were asking me, Nikki, what do you think about the Airbnb IPO? And I said that I would love to take a look at the prospectus. However, I wouldn't have huge upside thinking for a company that had to lay off 30% of their workforce. And if you were reading the heart-wrenching letter that Brian Chesky had to share to all of the employees, you would know that the industry of property, tourism especially, is not in a very good shape. Now, the REITs are just, you might say that, well, Ayala REIT is not the same as the property segment. This is, after all, something that bond investors would love. This is a yield play, not a capital appreciation play. That is two things. From a yield play perspective, at 27 pesos, the yield was something in the realm of 4 to 5%. And if I am going to get 4 to 5%, I'd have to think twice because I could get a 4 to 5% yield in Meralco. I could also get a 4 to 5% yield in some stable names like a Globe. I could even get 6 to 7% yield in a Nicolasia, which is giving 22 centavos. And it was reported that Nicolasia is, of course, not just paying dividends. Of course, you could argue, well, that is a special dividend. That is not a recurring thing, unlike Ayala REIT, which is going to be recurring. Okay, so let's say you're a dividend yield investor. Indeed, you'd have to ask yourself, is a property giving me 4 to 5% truly the best alternative if I could invest in other companies which have 15-20% upside, even if it is an equity? So the thing about Ayala REIT is that at the end of the day, the coupons here are not guaranteed. They would, of course, guarantee a 90% rental share. But whatever that rental income is, that is what they give you. So if the rental income could be waived in the future, then what type of rental income would you get? So I'm not really bearish on this REIT. In fact, if it drops significantly, I think that even if I never thought about it, I might actually buy it. At what yield is it attractive? Well, to me, 20 pesos is a really, really attractive price. Now, people would say, oh, but this won't go 20 pesos. That is unlikely to happen. That's true. It might not even go down that low. It could even be bought already today at 24.1. Why? There will be people who would love a yield of 6%. So this is really a yield play. If you are able to get 6% to 10% yield for the next 35 years expected life of a REIT, then I'm pretty sure some people would even just hold this for 5 years and be happy with it. So for those types of investors, Ayala REIT would be bought by some people, and we will see a few days from now. Um, so I'm not that bearish, but I'm not that bullish. If I could make maybe 100% on an Airbnb IPO, which is what I want to do on a profit, which I want to do globally actually. So I will try to take advantage of the Airbnb IPO globally, depending on how the pricing will be. Of course, if it's too expensive, of course, SoftBank will make so much money listing that IPO. SoftBank, which is an awesome 10x pick, is truly making a lot of money in this IPO craze. They made 300% on Lemonade, 300% on Relay Therapeutics, and I think they'll make a killing on the ARM if ARM chips would indeed be sold to Nvidia, and if TikTok will indeed be sold to Microsoft. So in general, I think that this IPO wave is going to benefit SoftBank. And there are a lot of opportunities globally to make 5% easily without me thinking, making money while sleeping. So I think twice if I really want to invest in REITs or if I just invest globally. My answer really is I do love investing globally. But let's discuss Philippine markets today. Philippine markets, you've got statistics. So let's go. Stats wise, you've got Emperador now $11. So congratulations to those who are holding this liquor brand. Emperador has gone from 9 to 11, $2 up, 2 peso up. That is good for Emperador. It means that people are really bullish in restructuring. Take note that Emperador is going to go to your index, and you've got 1.1 billion value traded today. And it seems that this restructuring is making people see that liquor as a company is a very high margin business. And let's think twice if people would wake up with AGI, which owns, of course, your Emperador. Let's take a look at other gainers. You've got Nicolasia, 7%, 325. I would argue that these are the dividend yield hungry investors. So they like the dividend story. They think that there will be a shortage of nickel prices in the next 5 to 10 years with electric vehicle industry demand. And so they were willing to pay the premium. We were arguing that should the dividends be finished on August 17 X date, while there might be a 20-cent drop, I am in the agreement, even before this rally, that at 260 to 280, there will be real demand, with or without the dividends. So, and I think that this is this nickel price move just tells you that there are so many confident buyers that Nicolasia is one of the best secular trends in the Philippines, benefiting from the larger and larger electric vehicle industry in the years to come. There's also this Apex mining up 4.5%. To be honest, gold to me is not a secular trend. If gold prices go to 4, then of course Apex mining goes up. If, however, gold prices don't stay at $2,000, then Apex mining would have a little bit of a problem. So Apex mining is hugely correlated to gold prices. You are trading gold prices when you are buying and selling APX. So APX is more of a watch it like a hawk type of name. Watch how gold prices are day in, day out. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. It's really a conduit for gold. Now, the rest are going up too. Your Mary Mart is up 60 million pesos, 2% up. But I argue that when it comes to the pure gold retail space, when it comes to supermarkets, I still go for the veteran rather than the startup. Pure Gold, Lucio might be laughing at Mary Mart for trying to attempt to get a market share when he knows that he has the full control of Pure Gold, SNR, and even is the number one, even hitting the SMs and Robinson's Retail. So I go for the leader here. The veteran is more attractive to me rather than the startup. Let's take a look at the most active space here. Most active space, you've got reds and greens. Your greens are your Emperador, 7% up. Ayala Land and SM aren't really green. They're just like slightly unchanged, 0.3%, 33.30 for Ayala Land. SM is $900. The thing about SM is that SM truly has the best balance sheet in town. No matter what you say, SM has been waiving rentals. Yes, that's true. SM Prime has been waiving rentals. But when it comes to cash balance sheet, the ability to handle the COVID virus, nobody in the Philippines can handle this except the richest man in the country, which is SM, richest family in the country, which is also SM. So SM Prime, I believe, is being premium priced, not because of their current earnings front. Ayala Land and SM didn't have the greatest numbers to begin with, but nor SM Prime. But it is well expected that should this COVID pandemic fully fix itself in the next few years, maybe a year or so, who's going to come out on top? Ayala Land and SM still. So that is the reason why there is a buyer. Every time Ayala Land and SM gets pummeled down, the true bulls know that, well, I'm gonna have to buy it now for the future. Let's take a look at where the other buyers are coming into. So we've seen the Nicolasia move. RHI is just there, 62. Security Bank rally 2.7%. Your BPI 1% up. BDO is unchanged at 92. Pure Gold is 50.5. So truly, Pure Gold at 50 bucks is really having quite a hard time. There's always that seller at 51, 52, thinking they can buy it back at 48. Unless Pure Gold Lucio Co pushes up this name at 70 pesos or 60 pesos, the people will not imagine that they can make 50, 20% on Pure Gold. So the ball is on the court of Lucio Co. 7 years already, laggard, Pure Gold, wake up, wake up. Meralco 278.6. This only tells you that Meralco is being paid a premium by people because of their dividends, stable dividends. So if people can buy a 4 to 5% dividend anyway from Meralco, that's, I believe, the reason why Ayala REIT is going down. Because people want yield and they want high dividend yield. If they could get it high, why will they pay pay high, right? So if they can buy it lower as they can, they will do that. So I'm not bearish on it. I just think that people are trying to get the best bargain that they could at the best price that they could. Worst losers. So you've got a lot of losers for Semirara. $9 now, 6% down, still going down to new lows. Coal Energy is at a decline. Ayala REIT, okay, 5% down, 61.30. Now, this is a bit interesting given that JG Summit is actually doing well from the perspective of having the ORC. They have money to weather the storm. They're not the kind of company that would suffer even in a property demise because yeah, well, Robinson's Land has the cash and balance sheet, right? They just raised money a few years ago. So it's not really a big dilemma. Let's take a look at, okay, this is kind of weird. So AGI is down 2.587. PLDT is down 3%, 13.50. So we are seeing that the Filipinos are a bit selling off a few names. AGI, you can actually see that is an opportunity to buy. Let's take a look at the top traded. Okay, so Ayala REIT, Pure Gold, URC. So URC is getting some selling. Wait. I will, wait. Teka lang. I'll give a call. Sige. Ngayon na. Okay, sige. All right. I'll quickly finish this, guys. Um, chart-wise, like Nicolasia is the best, and then SCC is suffering definitely because that is really a renewable energy decliner. So Semirara and DMC are deserving of their negativities because energy is really in a decline worldwide. So those who are it's good to see though that if liquor is going up, you might have to see take a look at the other liquor component. This Costco has liquor, so we keep on repeating that Costco Capital has liquor and they have pure gold component. Here, let's take a look what happens. There's very low volume, so nobody's paying attention. Nicolasia is doing well. Okay, so that's just really a hold. Any drops of Nicolasia, there will be a buyer. So my view is if it drops to 80 to 260, there will be a lot of buyers here. So I'm not sure if it will drop, but the dividend date will always be a problem. That would also happen with PLDT. There will be dividend X date. So some people are selling ahead before the dividend. The dividends is on August 18. So August 17. So the last day is August 16. So that is, I think, one of the reasons why PLDT is falling. Now, your banks are still stable. BDO, BP, Security Bank is here. Okay naman. I need a little bit. Now, for your airlines, I think that is just really bottoming out. So it's just a wait and see. Seb is there, Mac is there, you're bottoming out too. Reopening theme. Okay, so casinos are just sleeping here. Bloomberry is also reopening theme. Tourism industry. What else? AGI is, I think, a play for your Emperador. So this drop, I think, is just a small for the property neutral ground. Like there's no ability to decipher if it's up or down. You could say you don't know what's gonna happen. Ayala Land is just there as that. SM is just being bought because it's always been bought anyway. 840 to 900. So people like the balance sheet. That is all that it is. Ayala Corp, there is the same rationale, 700 to 750. An argument can be made that JG Summit's drop here is probably unwarranted. Definitely, if JG Summit goes down your 52 to 56, you might actually have leeway to buy a good company here. So JG Summit owns URC. So and then of course JGS owns Meralco, JGS owns Telephone. PSEI always at $3 can be bought, appreciated by the market. Meralco is here, Manila Water is here. So there's gonna be some stable names. Everyone's gonna watch Ayala REIT, I think, in the next few days. So this is a huge drop already, 27 to 24. This has dropped another. If it drops another 10%, which is 20, drop already of 12.5%. Should it drop near? Let's assume that it drops here to about 15% mark. Even here at about 24 to 23 all the way down, there will be a lot of buyers for the yield. So this is more like a yield play. Okay, so guys, I would yeah, so I think that yeah, so I think I covered all the important details. I'm not going to be able to answer the commentary. I have a lot to do today. AGI just released its first half earnings down 67%. I think that that drop might be the worst is already known. So people in the markets would have to think about tomorrow, not about the day. So it's a question mark on what do you think AGI will earn for Mega World going forward? What do you think AGI will earn with Emperador going forward? So take note of those things. Um, What else? ACR increase in volume. Is this a renewable energy sleeper? I haven't studied ACR. Um, yeah, McDo and Resorts World are down. That is quite a given. Restaurants and casinos should definitely post losses this quarter and the next quarter. So that is really a given. So I'm not gonna be bearish on AGI for a long time. I think that at 550 to $6, this is an opportunity to buy. With ACR, let me take a look. ACR is a small company. They are doing a lot of renewable energy in Mindanao, right? So Visayas, Mindanao. Okay, so I haven't been paying attention, but the volume today is good, not bad. Um, we'll take a look at this name. I like the renewable sector. So I'm not quite sure, but yeah, sige, let's pay attention. Let's watch. But definitely you've got some resistance here. 150, 160. There are sellers at 140. So if you want this, you have to take advantage at 120 below. So the risk reward at this point is just about 20%, and not bad if you want to really enter, but probably the liquidity is the problem here. So the liquidity of Alson's ACR is the problem. You could see that the volume is just 300,000 in a few days. So you need the volume to pick up. Today is just across. Um, the fact that it only trades less than 3 million shares in a day, that's just 3 million pesos, makes it not as incentive to buy versus say ASEN. ASEN is great in liquidity and renewable energy. So just because you're a renewable energy play, but with just pathetic volume of 300,000 pesos, that's not gonna make it for me. You need to increase your volume at least 10 million constantly every day for people like the real investors to even take a look at it. SEC's gap down due to the listing. No, I won't bottom pick this. I just let it die. I don't really care. If it goes down 50%, I don't care. I don't like to make money on declining trends. That's something that I have learned. The easiest way to lose money is to buy a downtrend, and I don't want to buy a downtrend. I just want to make money. So I don't care if I can't bottom pick those names. Even if it makes a dead cat bounce, like from 9, it goes to 10. I think to make 10% in a declining trend is one of the hardest things to do. It's easy to make money in an uptrend. So find to find ways to make money on uptrends, not on downtrends. It's easier to make money on uptrends and at the very least, consolidation. So if you're buying a downtrend, make sure that there's consolidation first, not like super downtrend. Don't fight the downtrends. Like you, example, financials aren't doing. Financials have pathetic charts, right? I'm not gonna say that wow, the banks have a great chart. Of course, we know it's a downtrend, but we wait for triple bottoms. We wait for like consolidation before we buy. If BDO keeps on going down, why am I sure that at 85 it's the bottom? I had to wait for it to go 90 pesos before I buy, because if I buy at 85 and it goes to 75, who am I gonna blame? Myself, because it's gonna go down. I don't know the bottom. So it's better to just wait on the first uptick rather than trying to second guess the bottom. So yun, financials are actually bottoming out. So that's why I like the financials right now. Yun lang. Thank you very much. See you again tomorrow. Friday na pala, no? Bilis ng panahon. So next week na tayo magkita. Thank you. Bye-bye. 5:30,